What's up, Team Jellyfish? All right, Music Theory Monday number 4. Now, hit the like button. Let's help as many people as we can. Give me a chance. Watch this whole thing. Look at these two charts I made. They're both linked in the description. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to narrate. I'm going to mark over them. I'm going to go full screen. Kind of got this new format. It's working. Let me know what you think. So we're going to study the key of A major. All right, we're going to break that down. And then when I show you the circle of fifths, and I show you the key of A major and all the chords and notes associated with that key, and the sharps, and what is a fifth, you're going to learn all this. You're going to have all kinds of light bulb moments. But promise me one more thing before I go full screen and show you all this stuff. Just drop comments, drop questions. I need you guys to give me as much feedback as I can. Music theory is deeper than the ocean. You'll never know it all. You won't, I won't. The best players in the world won't, but we got to pick somewhere to anchor in and what's the most useful. And then I'm going to show you again, like I said, I'm going to show you in the key of A major some ideas. It'll be a little mini test. So let's hop in and here we go. All right, Team Jellyfish. It's cool seeing those images static on the screen. I could sit there with the guitar trying to explain them, but let's actually put this into action. Then I'll wrap it up. I'll give you a demonstration of how you should apply this on the guitar, or at least give you an idea. So we're going to look here at a layer of the circle of fifths. We're going to focus on the key of A. And then we're going to look at the A major scale written out. I'm going to explain what that is. And this is what you can use to actually, connect the dots. I'm always saying connect the dots. So I got to practice what I preach. Okay. So in week 1 for Music Theory Mondays, I'm going to mark this up. We did the key of C. And then remember, we moved around the wheel in a fifth to G major. That's why it's called the circle of fifths. We're going in an interval of fifths. So from C to G is a fifth. G would be the fifth note in the C major scale. Week 2, we studied the key of G. Then we went from G to D. That would be a fifth from G to D. Then in week 3, we studied the key of D. We learned that D to A is a fifth. So this week, we're studying the key of A. Now, here's the main takeaways I want you to have. And do not leave. I want you to burn this in your brain. The key of A major, look in the top right, has 3 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. There is an order of sharps, all right? Now, you're going to just have to memorize these, and that you're going to see on this next page when I flip over, you're going to see those sharps in the key that we write out, the A major scale. Now, right below that, you see where it says relative minor equals F sharp. That is super important, so let's just write that on the chart. F sharp, let's write it in an actual pen tool. F sharp is the relative minor to A major. You're going to hear this all the time. They share the same notes. They share the same notes, which they do. All right, now let me direct your attention to the center of the wheel. Let's just write out real quick because we're here. The 1 chord is A, and the 5th would be E. So if you went and sat on the guitar and you played a power chord, let me think from my head. Picture in your head, if you don't have a guitar in your hands, A on the low E on the 5th fret. You go up to the 7th fret on the A. There's your E. That's a 5th. That's why they call that a power chord or a 5 chord. There, I unlocked the mystery for you. So the interval A to E, I'm in the middle of the circle still, is a perfect 5th. There's your proper name for that interval. Now, let's look down on the bottom right-hand side. Ionian, that's the fancy modal name for major. All that means is you're playing a major scale, all right? Aeolian, the pink, that just means you're playing a minor scale. There's your fancy modal names. We'll unlock modes as we move along. But let's go to the chart, and let's just highlight. We just went from A to E, so that is our 5th interval from A to E. So I'll do that in a different color. A to E is a 5th. You got it right here in the middle of the circle. I'll highlight that for you. And that's what we're doing. We're just going to move around the wheel. I know some of people find this stuff pretty drab. So let's take it a step further. That's one thing. Music's hard. There's this whole language. Let's flip over to this next page. Now, here comes the bread and butter stuff. Let me explain really fast. So if we look right here in the middle, let's just grab the highlighter. We actually have the key of A major written out in order. Those are the notes. Those also apply to the relevant chords. Now, here's what I mean. I put the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you played an A major scale, which I'll do on the guitar to wrap this up in just a minute, you will notice some are written in black and some are written in pink, whatever color your eye sees that as. Now, below that, look, you see the Roman numerals, 1. That means the first chord is always going to be A major. The 2 chord and the 3 chord written in lowercase Roman numerals in pink, those are minor. So if you're playing in the key of A major, you could play a B minor or a C sharp minor. And you'll see this on like the full chord wheel when we're not pulling apart the layers. You'll see all this information, all right? Now when we go to the 4 and 5 chord, D and E. So D's the 4 chord, E's the 5 chord. Now why should you know the connection between A and E? Well, that's the main connection between the circle of fifths. This right here is your interval of a fifth. That's your perfect fifth. And intervals sound amazing on guitar when you strip them down. I do it a lot on acoustic. Now, super important, the relative minor, the 6th chord, see that? Lowercase Roman numeral 6 is F sharp minor. So what can you do? Let's think in our head. If we were on the guitar, my buddy's jamming in A major. Let's say he's doing an A. He's doing a 1, 4, 5. He's doing an A, a D, and an E. Can I jam an F sharp minor pentatonic? Of course I can. Can I jam in an F sharp Aeolian scale? Of course I can. All right, so that's it. So G sharp, we're going to kind of leave that alone. That's the minor 7 flat 5. It has its uses, but here's what we're going to do. So I'm going to give you a little test. Now, you hear a lot of people, let's just throw this in here because we're here. Some of you are going to have an aha moment. Just remember, guitar players, it's just like learning in school. Everyone's light bulb's going to click on for different times. So I'm going to throw it out there and see if you get it. Let's go back to the just regular tool. If your buddy is from Nashville or he's a producer from Nashville, you always hear about the numbering system, right? So I'm going to kind of circle the numbers up top. So you might be working with someone from Nashville and you're in, say we're in the key of A major, which we are, and they're going to be like, hey, I want you to play a 1, 6, 4 chord progression. So I got to play a 1, I got to play a 6, and I got to play a 4. So on your head, you're going to think, oh, I know the 1 is A. So what we'll do, we'll bring that down. Okay. Oops, not the whole thing. Let's just bring part of it down. We just want the A chord. There we go. So we'll play an A. It keeps bringing the whole thing down. Anyways, let's just write it out. Welcome to technology. Failing me again. Okay, so we're going to play an A, and then we look up. What's the 6th chord? It's F sharp. So we'll play an F sharp minor, and the 4 chord, we look, oh, that's a D. So that would be the chord progression that we're going to play. A, F sharp minor, D. 1, 6, 4. All right, let me give you a test. This is kind of fun. Here's your little music theory test. We'll wrap it up, and I'll go over to me on the guitar, and I'll show you kind of what I would do to start messing around in the key of A major. All right? So let's say that I ask you to play me a 5. Let's play a 5, 1, 3 chord progression. Drop in the comments in the key of A major, what would your chord progression be in a 5, 1, 3? Oh, look at that. That's also a triad inversion. Anyways, see? Connect the dots. 5, 1, 3. Drop it in the comments. All right, and then I'm going to bring it down for you. So a 5, 1, 3 would be what? Well, we know the 5 chord is E, E major. So we play an E. We know the 1 chord is A. And what's the 3 chord? Oh, C sharp minor. So we would play a C sharp minor chord. So this is a great way to practice songwriting. You know, this is a great way just to hear how different progressions work in the key. Now let me throw in one more thing for you upper level thinkers. You're going to hear someone, you probably already heard it, you're going to hear someone say, oh, what if you can play the parallel major or parallel minor. All that means is if you're in the key, remember there's no hard fast rules. Let's just look at this 5, 1, 3 progression. If someone said play the parallel major of the 3 chord, instead of playing a C sharp minor, you would just play a C sharp major. If they said on the 5 chord play the parallel minor, you would just play an E minor. All right? So you're going to hear all kinds of things like that. You're going to hear things like play the 5 of the 5. I'll just throw that in there too. We're going for it here, guys. Oops. So we would say, we would take the 5 chord. This is why you want to learn your circle of fifths. Well, what would the 5 of 5 be? Well, that's why you want to know your circle of fifths. You would know that in the key of E, B is the 5 chord. So the 5 of the 5, E is the 5 of the key of A, you would play B. So this is where you start to get a little bit deeper, all right? So let's go ahead and wrap it up. As always, you guys need to drop me questions, drop me comments. Are you digging this Music Theory Monday thing? I think it's cool having these charts. So just to review, I'll have this in the Dropbox for you. I will have this in the Dropbox for you. Just take little pieces. You're not going to learn it all in one day. Music is a never-ending journey. So let me grab the guitar real quick. I'm going to show you some little jams in the key of A. Just have my acoustic. And then you're going to take it and run with it. But at the very least, I want you to remember, in the key of A, there's F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. I want you to remember the relative minor, Aeolian, the fancy name, is F sharp minor, okay? And that's on the inside of the chord wheel right here. Boom. In pink, all right? And really important, the whole point of this is to know A to E is a perfect fifth. So obviously, next week, we're going to study the key of E. So that's what we're going to do. And you just go around the wheel. E to B is a perfect fifth. But that's enough. I don't want your brains to go into meltdown mode. So let me hop on the guitar. We'll wrap this up. Woo, that was a lot, Team Jellyfish. Now, promise me you'll hit that like button so we can help spread the wealth of knowledge to everybody. Music theory is not the funnest thing, but it's pretty fascinating when you start connecting it and you sing it on your instrument. So what I want you to do is take the key of A, major, and just create a little chord progression. So that second chart, grab both of them in the description. It tells you exactly A is the 1, B is the 2, C sharp minor is the 3, D is the 4, E is the 5, F sharp minor, really important, relative minor is the minor 6, and then the 7, should we attempt it? If I did it right, G sharp minor 7 flat 5. All right, did I say that right? It's a mouthful. Now, here's what you can do. To be musical, take a chord progression. Now, speak like you're cool. I'm gonna do a 1, 6, 1, 6, 5. So that would be A, the 6 is minor, F sharp minor, and then the 5 is E. We gotta know that, because that is the circle of fifths. Perfect fifth, A to E. So let's do a little intro. Let's do an A to a E, a fifth interval, and a minor third interval on the F sharp. Root to the minor third. This is what the music theory does for you, watch. What I do there, I just did a little intro. I did a fifth, perfect fifth. I did a minor third interval, and then I did the 1. I did the 6, minor 6 to the 5, and back to the 1. So that's why you want to know this stuff. All right, I think you've had enough for today. So come back next Monday. Go on the channel, watch a bunch of videos. All this stuff is all the same, all right? Now remember, the fancy name is Ionian. Maybe you run an A major scale. Look at me, I'm running A Ionian, and then you do F sharp Aeolian. Did I do that right? You tell me. All right, only you can stop you. You're not gonna stop, you're gonna keep going. If you made it this far, drop jellyfish, drop your favorite sea creature. I love seeing that stuff, and I will see you next week. I'll see you on the channel. You guys are awesome. Keep going, bye.